Welcome to another episode of Marketing School. I'm Eric Siu.
And I'm Neil Patel.
And today we're going to talk about if you really need to write 1,890 words, blog posts, that is, to rank on page 1.
Yeah, in general, there's a lot of bloggers out there. This stat, I believe, came from Brian Dean. I'm pretty sure it did. And Brian's amazing. He's a good friend of mine. Do you know him as well? He's a nice guy. And this is just research that he did. Brian is not saying that if you don't write 1,890 word articles that you won't rank on page 1 of Google. A lot of people believe that content is king, which is true. But they believe when they're saying content is king that you need word count or else you won't rank at all. But that's a big myth. Google looks at each industry separately. For example, if you're in the travel niche, Google doesn't want you to create 5,000 word articles because more people want to see videos and pictures than they want to see, 10,000 word articles describing a place. They may want to see reviews of people. If you look at TripAdvisor, they rank extremely well and they don't necessarily have tons of words of text on each and every single page.
So I think if you're starting out, let's say you're starting from ground zero, the longer form content is, these are kind of, in the last couple of episodes, we talked about, why would you even do blog posts if it doesn't help you generate sales? But what you're doing with the blog post is you're trying to generate a foundation, right? You're trying to create a foundation where you can collect links to this blog post and they start to rank number 1. Those are going to get more links. It's going to help your domain authority go up as a whole. And then what's going to happen afterwards is you're going to have an easier time ranking number 1 for new types of content. So the question is, do you need 1,890 words starting out? No, you don't initially, but it can help. But don't write long form content just for the sake of writing long form content. Now, this type of, when you do 1,890 word posts, what you see is that it's longer form. People find that it's more helpful. And then what you've done is you've created a linkable asset, right? So what I would say from there is, once you have that going, maybe you don't need to focus so much on long form content. Maybe you can focus on upgrading, right? Maybe we can focus on link building as well. There's a bunch of different things we can do to help rank number 1. Maybe you can even create pillar content like what Neil has. If you Google online marketing, that post on Quicksprout where he has 14 chapters from one post. That's how he's created such a powerful thing. Call it a content cluster or a pillar content, or you can even call it like a megazord.
If you're in the B2B industry, typically longer is better. Doesn't mean you need to be 1,800 words. Could be 10,000, could be 500. You just have to look at your niche and how competitive it is. If you're in the B2C vertical, a lot of times you don't need as much length. Reason being is consumers don't always want to read, 10,000 word posts. If it's in industries like health or nutrition, yes, they do like long form content, but you need to look at the vertical. What I recommend doing is, instead of saying, hey, you need to write 1,800 word content pieces or blog posts, Google the terms you want to rank for, look at the top 10 results, look at their word count. That'll give you an idea of what's working well. And it doesn't mean that just because they wrote long form content that's what Google's looking for. Instead, look at their comments, look at what people love from that site, ask people, survey them, whatever it may be. You can post an ad on Craigslist to try to get more surveying or feedback, or you can use tools like user testing. But once you get this feedback, it'll give you a good understanding of what type of content you need to create and how long it should be.
Actually, Neil brings up a really good point. There's no need to reinvent the wheel. You can use a tool like SEMRush or Ahrefs to take a look at the top 10 results, right? And what it's going to show you, it's going to show you a table. It's going to show you approximately you're going to see the number of domains that each site has linking to it. So you can see the links and you can click on each one and see what the trends are, right? If everybody else is doing like 300 word posts, you'll probably be able to get away with one. And Ahrefs, their keyword difficulty tool, will show you approximately how many links you need to get in the top 10. I'm not saying it's completely accurate, but it's at least a form of reference that you can go with. And then you can feel free to, use Brian Dean's skyscraper technique if you want, which is writing longer form content. Or, like I said, you might not even need to.
Yep. That's it for mine.
Event, downtown LA.
But you didn't start it.
Oh, yeah. Okay, let me start it. We are doing a live event in downtown LA.
All right. So this event, if you guys want to attend, it's free. You got to go to marketingschool.io/stats. Free food, free information, whole day event. We're also going to record it if you can't make it to downtown LA. But if you want access to the recording or you want to attend in person, you need to help us get to 1 million listens a month. The way you can do this is by rating, reviewing, sharing our content. There's buttons on that page. It only takes a few seconds. Click on them. It'll help us. It'll help you. It's a win-win situation, and we look forward to seeing you in person.
All right. Goodbye.